Welcome to Community Conversations. I am Queen Miss Ebony J. You're listening and watching 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. I'm glad to be here with you. It's Sunday, of course. You know I love community conversations because we get to come in here and talk about all the things happening in the community, but we provide solutions. And that's my favorite part because there are so many great nonprofits out here who really don't play when it comes to making sure the babies are protected and the babies are safe. And I'm excited today because I have Miss Denise Hill, who's here representing the Bethany House. She is the director. How are you doing, Queen?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I've heard so much about the Bethany House, but I want to make sure I bring you on so you can talk to all my listeners about it. Tell us, in case they haven't heard about the Bethany House, what is it that you all do?
All right. Well, Bethany House is a family shelter. It's one of the largest family shelters here in Greater Cincinnati, Ohio. We're located in our new home, which we just recently moved into in October of 2022.
Yeah.
So excited about that. Like I said, we are a community. We're new to the community, and we're settling in. And unfortunately, we're at capacity, and we stay at capacity. But you know, it's sad that we're at capacity, but at the same time, it's a blessing that we're able to assist so many families that's experiencing homelessness.
I agree. Now, where is the new location?
We're located on Reading Road, 4769 Reading Road. We're located across the Mercy Center. We're near 562, AKA Norwood Lateral in Reading Road. Yeah, some people know it as Norwood Lateral. Some people know it as 562. So we're right there north of that intersection.
Now, I heard you say that in this move that it's bigger. What was the difference about this location from the last location? Because I want to say, weren't you all struggling with being able to hold families versus just one person?
Well, we've always been a family shelter prior to moving to the new facility. However, we was pretty much spread out in different locations. Our primary location was on Fairmount Avenue, located in Fairmount. Basically, that was one of our communal shelters. And then we had several partnerships with landlords throughout Greater Cincinnati, where we actually paid rent for apartments for our larger families to reside in. So basically, we was in Fairmount, we was in Westwood, we were in College Hill, and then COVID hit. So then we were pretty much spread out in hotels throughout Greater Cincinnati. So
I'm glad we bounced back and we got
yes, we did.
God. And so you all have some other partners as well too that helps out with the facility, right?
Yes, we do. So when we moved to our new facility, a lot of the challenges that our families had was just getting to and from services. So with the new facility, we reached out to our community partners and asked could they possibly come on site to provide services. So we established the Family Stabilization Center here on site. And basically, we encourage the families to go to the center. At the center, they offer medical, mental health care, employment services, counseling programs, life skills education. And some of our on-site partners are Greater Cincinnati Health Network. They're on site, 4Cs for Children. We have a partnership with Cincinnati Public Schools. They provide tutoring on site Monday through Thursday. We've partnered with Upsprings of Cincinnati, Project Connect, Project Yoga, Cincinnati State, Gala College of Nursing. So the center just basically provides and expedite access to the services that all families need. And and it's been pretty much successful. I'm really excited. Other community partners are reaching out. And like I said, we're just finally getting settled. It's just like you move into a new home,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot of nicks and crannies to iron out, but we're getting there. So,
How long have you all been around?
well, Bethany House has been around now for 40 years. Matter of fact, we're getting ready to celebrate our 40th year anniversary coming up in July, I think,
Yeah.
of this year. So we've been around for some time now.
That's a blessing. And where do you feel
Yes.
like the goal is, like where you are trying to go?
Well, just being able to offer services to all the families experiencing homelessness in greater Cincinnati. People are not aware that families are the invisible homeless, because usually you think about the gentleman or the lady standing on the corner of an intersection.
Yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, the majority of the homelessness folks in Cincinnati are children, and people are not aware of that. Children bear the brunt of homelessness, and children who spend time um, in shelters typically are younger because their mothers are often, have experienced domestic violence, sexual abuse, or any other types of trauma. So my goal is to educate and let people be aware
Yeah.
that, the majority of, the homeless population are children. Today in shelter, we have a total of 48 families, 165 individuals. Of that 165, 117 are children.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a big number.
Yes. And that's today. And like I say, when a family transition out, there's another family transitioning in. Like I said, the majority of the population initially was our younger parents, dealing with traumatic situations. However, now we have a brand new population of homeless, and that's the working poor. They can't afford housing.
Yeah.
So, we have a brand new population of homeless that's residing in shelter. And unfortunately, the length of stay is longer, just, trying to find affordable housing. And these are good, hardworking people.
The cost of living has went up. The
Yes,
way that the money that they want to rent is also
yes,
versus even to own. So
exactly. So think about, a mother, you know, manager at a restaurant making, 30,000 a year. However, that mom, has 5 kids and, neither 3-4 bedrooms are, running almost what, $3,000 a month now here
right.
in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's just a different different time now that we're living in. And believe it or not, those who had steady jobs, during COVID, everyone was living paycheck to paycheck. It was few of us was a check away from being homeless. But just in 2022, we was able to shelter over 150 children, which is more than half of the children here, and the homeless children here in Cincinnati. So the new facility, we designed it to reduce trauma. We provide age appropriate activities for our kiddos here. We have indoor and outdoor play areas to give the kids a chance to learn, grow, and just heal, from experiencing trauma. Because typically a homeless family has been homeless for more than a year, but basically they've been couch hopping, from one family member to the next, and then, to the friend house. And usually by the time they get here, they pretty much, severed all ties, with their family members and their friends. And so we are the last stop. So basically when they get here, we just want to provide a firm foundation for them to stand on. And like I said, we're blessed because a lot of the services that they struggle with, that they're in need of, we are able to offer here on site.
Yes, I think that is so great. You all are killing it over there. If you just tuned in, this is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. I am Queen Miss Ebony J, here speaking with Miss Denise Hill, who is representing for the Bethany House, talking about how this homeless shelter is helping families. And one of the things that really was a big surprise to me is that she said more kids are homeless than the adults. And I know when I was looking up my research, it looked like last year you all helped over 200 kids with homelessness.
No, last year we were able to actually assist over 150 children in emergency shelter, and through our other programmings here on site, because we also have a housing program to once they exit the emergency shelter, we have a housing program that assists with security deposits and the first month's rent. And we also have a shelter diversion program. So if you include those children as well, we were able to assist over, 2,000 children here in the city of Cincinnati.
Now that's the blessing. It just breaks my heart that there's so many single mothers.
Oh, yes.
And
And
90% is a big number.
oh, yes, it's huge. And now we take into consideration, the family composition has changed a lot. We accept mother and child, father and child, grandparent, grandchild. It could be partners and a child, but the common denominator is that you have to have a child to transition into shelter. So like I said, initially, the majority were the young mothers, with the young children, and a lot of them were coming out of traumatic experiences, domestic violence, sexual abuse, drug and alcohol abuse. So, but our population, it changes during the day, but the good thing is we have the services on site here, and we can meet our families where they're at. We have an awesome life skills program that we utilize here on site, where we work with our parents and our guardians. And like I said, we meet them where they're at. Some of the groups that's facilitated, it could be on landlord-tenant conversation. It could be on housekeeping, budget management, it wherever that they need services. Like I said, drug and alcohol, mental illness is at an all-time high right now. So we do have partners here on site that addresses those behaviors as well. So
I love it. You can't do it alone. I'm glad that you have partners who are supporting the mission and the vision. I'm glad that you all are still going strong for 40 years. I'm super excited to hear about this new location. I can't wait to see it. I remember coming over and hosting a big Halloween party. We hosted a Halloween party for the Bethany House with all the kids and
yes,
fun. So I can't wait to come back. And you all let us know when you're ready for me to pull up again, because I would love to come over there and just see the new facility and see how it is. But it's good when the families can stay together.
Right.
And you all have a location where that can happen.
Yes.
I'm glad that we have resources that we're providing the family. When I heard you say giving them the life skills, because even though we can get you out of here and put you in a home, that don't mean you can't end back in this situation. So the fact that you're getting them ready
Mm-hmm.
Such an amazing, that's just a blessing. It really
Yes.
is.
You know, because every time, sometimes without even thinking about it, we rely on the things that we have learned, that help us manage our lives daily, that have an impact on our physical as well as our emotional health. And those are life skills. And unfortunately, since some of our families has experienced so much trauma, they haven't had that foundation that they should have had,
Right.
that focus on their finances, school performance. Unfortunately, when families transition into shelter, typically, our students are running anywhere from a year to 2 years behind. We do have we call it Bridging the Educational Gap program here, where our education coordinator basically becomes the parent. He ensures that the kids are enrolled, attending school. We provide school supplies, school uniforms. Um, he will, go and sit through the IEP meetings. I'm not sure if you know what an IEP is, but it's this plan that's like 140 pages long. And so like I said, it's just meeting our families where they're at, just removing mental health barriers to employment, housing, and, education. We just promote healthy, sufficient living. We want them to obtain housing, but we want them to sustain housing.
Correct.
And that is a biggie here at Bethany House in the Family Services Department. So we pride ourselves on that. And Miss Ebony J, you are welcome at Bethany House anytime. We are open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And for anyone listening to this, if you are experiencing homelessness, please reach out to 381 SAFE. Or reach out to Bethany House. We have a lot of young parents that are hesitant to seek services because they feel that, since they, can't provide a roof over their kids' house, that 2-for-1 kids will get involved and they'll remove their kids. And no, that won't happen. Reach out. We are here to help. There's so many out there, that are in need of services, that are hesitant, they're scared, to seek help. A lot of them were taught to be seen and not heard, and what goes on in this house, stay in this house.
Yeah.
So I just want them to know that we're here. We're here and they have support.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming, Miss Denise. Can you tell us how we can contact you to find out more? You all on Facebook or Instagram?
Yes, we are on Facebook and Instagram. We can be reached at, I am looking for all that, I'm a dinosaur. So I had them write all that down. We're at Bethany House Services Incorporated. That's our website. Then we have, I'm looking for the Twitter here. And I think they said Twitter and Messenger
It
and.
looks like the Twitter is Bethany House SVC.
Okay.
Instagram is just Bethan.
Okay.
So Bethany House Services is what you want to type in if you're going on Facebook to get some information. And if you want to go on Twitter, you can type in Bethany House SVC, and Instagram Bethan. Unless somebody just left something off my paper, but that's what you all put for me.
Yes, and like I said, I'm Denise Hill. I'm Director of Family Services. I could be reached at dhill@bhsinc.org. Or my office phone is 513-557-2206. Once again, if you're out there, you're in need of services, please do not hesitate to reach out and contact us. We're here for you.
Thank you again, beautiful.
You are so welcome. Thank you for having me.
No problem. This is Community Conversations, once again, where we come to provide solutions to your problems. If you have any questions, you can log on to our website or contact me. Queen Ebony on Facebook, Miss Ebony J on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat and TikTok. I follow back. So get connected with me. And if you would like to be a guest, don't be afraid to slide in my DMs. You can always send me an email at msebonyj@radio-1.com. Once again, this is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. See you next week.